Let me tell you something straight. Life is short. Every second that passes, you are either moving closer to your dreams or wasting the only chance you've got. Too many people sit around waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for motivation, waiting for someone to push them. That's weakness. You don't wait. You don't sit around. You move, you act, you take control. Don't waste your life scrolling, talking, wishing. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you success. You must build it brick by brick, day by day, with your own hands, your own sweat, your own discipline. Every morning you wake up, you're given a choice. Do you rise and attack the day, or do you hit snooze and drift back into nothingness? Do you train your body and mind, or do you let laziness eat you alive? Do you focus on your goals, or do you let distractions steal your destiny? The answer is inside you, not out there. You have to push yourself when nobody's watching. You have to grind when nobody claps. You have to sacrifice what's easy for what's worth it. Stop saying tomorrow. Stop saying one day. Tomorrow is not promised. Your time is running out, and every wasted minute is a piece of your life you can never get back. Don't waste your life. Listen to this every single day until it burns into your mind. Take responsibility, take action, and take control. Life is not a rehearsal. This is it. Time is running out. Stop wasting it. Every single moment that passes is gone forever. And once it's gone, you can never buy it back. You can never rewind it. You can never relive it. People live as if they have 1,000 years stored in their pocket, as if they can waste their days sleeping, scrolling, gossiping, and waiting for something magical to happen. But the truth is, the clock doesn't stop for you. It doesn't slow down just because you feel lazy. It doesn't care if you are tired. It doesn't care if you are unmotivated. It keeps moving, every tick pulling you closer to the end of your story. If you truly understood how precious time is, you would treat every day like it's your last chance. You would stop delaying, stop making excuses, and stop letting your potential slip away into nothing. Time doesn't negotiate. It doesn't give discounts. It doesn't pause for you to catch your breath. Every day you are either building your future or destroying it. Think about it while you waste hours on things that don't matter. Someone else is out there training, learning, building, growing, pushing themselves forward. And when you meet that person years from now, when you see them standing where you wanted to be, don't blame luck, don't blame opportunity. Blame the moments you threw away as if they were worthless. You say, "I'll do it tomorrow," but tomorrow never comes for people who live in delay. You say, "I have time," but you don't know how much time you actually have. The truth is, life is short, and the tragedy is that most people don't realize it until it's too late. They look back and see the years they wasted in comfort, the dreams they left untouched, the strength they never built, the goals they never pursued. Don't let that be you. Don't wait until your body is too weak, until your mind is too tired, until your energy is drained to finally realize what you had. Right now, this moment is all you can be sure of, and if you waste it, you are wasting your life. Time compounds just like money, and every hour invested into yourself builds into something great, while every hour wasted robs you of that greatness. People don't fail because they're not talented. They fail because they don't respect time. They treat life like it's infinite, like they can push their goals aside and pick them up whenever they feel like it. But one day you'll wake up and realize years have passed, and the only thing you gained was regret. Regret for the mornings you slept in, the nights you wasted, the chances you didn't take, the discipline you didn't practice. Regret is heavier than failure. Regret is heavier than sacrifice. Regret will crush you because it reminds you of what you could have been if you had only respected your time. Understand this. Discipline is not just about working hard. It's about refusing to waste time. It's about saying no to distractions, no to people who waste your energy, no to habits that keep you average. It's about guarding your hours like treasure because time is the most valuable currency you'll ever own. Money can come back, opportunities can return, but time never comes back. If you lose it, it's gone. The richest person and the poorest person both get the same 24 hours every single day. What separates them is how they use it. Some use it to build empires, some use it to build their body, some use it to expand their mind, while others throw it away on nonsense. Which one are you? Stop lying to yourself that you have all the time in the world. Stop telling yourself that you're young so you can afford to waste days. The world is full of people who thought they had time, and now they're old, tired, full of regrets, wishing they could go back. They can't, and one day you won't be able to either. You have to act now. You have to wake up with urgency, live with urgency, move with urgency. You have to treat every morning like a test, every hour like a gift, every day like it's your last shot. Because it might be, you don't know how much time you have left. You don't know if you have 10 years, 5 years, or just one day. If you knew your time was almost up, how would you live? Would you waste it sleeping in? Would you waste it complaining? Would you waste it on excuses? Or would you push yourself harder than ever before? Would you chase your dream with fire? Would you finally become the person you know you're capable of being? That's the mindset you need every single day. Pretend the clock is running out, because it is. Pretend you don't have a second chance, because you don't. Pretend this is your only shot, because it is. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who stay stuck is not talent, it's not intelligence, it's not luck. It's the respect for time. The great ones never waste a moment. They squeeze every drop of potential out of their days. They don't wait for motivation. They don't wait for the right mood. They don't wait for someone to tell them what to do. They move, they act, they execute, because they know that every second matters. Time is the most brutal teacher because it always gives you the test first and the lesson later. And the lesson is this: if you waste time, you waste your life. If you waste time, you lose your dreams. If you waste time, you bury your potential. So stop wasting it. Stop acting like you'll live forever. Stop throwing away your future with small, meaningless distractions. Your time is running out, and the only question is, what are you going to do with what's left? Nobody is coming to save you. Too many people live with the illusion that someone, someday, will show up and fix their problems, hand them success, open doors for them, and make their life easier. They think the right mentor, the right opportunity, or the right lucky break will magically appear and carry them to greatness. That belief is the reason most people never achieve anything meaningful. Nobody is coming to push you out of bed in the morning. Nobody is coming to force you to train when you're tired. Nobody is coming to make you study when you feel distracted. If you want a stronger body, sharper mind, and greater life, it's on you and only you to make it happen. The world doesn't owe you anything. Life doesn't hand out rewards just because you exist. If you're waiting for people to recognize your potential, you'll be waiting forever. If you're waiting for someone to hand you motivation, you'll stay empty. Motivation comes from within. Discipline comes from within. The decision to rise above your current level comes from within. The faster you accept that nobody will do it for you, the faster you'll take ownership of your future. The brutal truth is that nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody cares about your struggles. Nobody cares how hard it is for you. People only respect results. You may have supportive friends, you may have family who loves you, you may have mentors who guide you, but at the end of the day, the heavy lifting is yours. When it's time to wake up at dawn, they won't be there dragging you out of bed. When it's time to say no to distractions, they won't be there guarding your focus. When it's time to face failure, they won't be the ones carrying the weight. That's all on you. Success is a lonely road, and it demands that you become your own savior. You are responsible for your actions, your discipline, your consistency, and your results. Most people love to play the blame game. They blame their parents, their boss, their environment, their lack of resources. They say, "I didn't succeed because nobody gave me a chance." That mindset is poison. The moment you put responsibility on someone else, you give away your power. You're saying your life depends on them, and as long as you believe that, you'll stay stuck. The truth is, plenty of people started with nothing, with no connections, no money, no support, and they made it because they refused to wait for help. They helped themselves, and that's exactly what you must do. You have to be the one who decides to fight for your goals when everything feels impossible. You have to be the one who says, I don't care if nobody believes in me, I'll believe in myself. You have to be the one who puts in the hours, who sacrifices comfort, who stays focused when the world tempts you with distractions. Nobody else can sweat for you in the gym. Nobody else can read the books for you. Nobody else can endure the pain of discipline for you. That is your job, and if you don't do it, nobody will. Understand that success is not built on handouts. It's built on responsibility. The strongest people in history weren't waiting for a hero to come rescue them. They became their own hero. They understood that the only way forward was to take charge of their own destiny. You can't expect the world to carry you. The world is too busy carrying itself. Everyone is fighting their own battles, dealing with their own struggles, chasing their own goals. Waiting for someone to carry you is like waiting for a train that will never arrive. And when you accept this truth, something powerful happens. You stop waiting and you start acting. You stop depending on others and you start depending on yourself. You stop blaming circumstances and you start creating opportunities. That shift in mindset separates the weak from the strong, the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the achievers. The ones who win in life are the ones who take full ownership. They say, if it is to be, it's up to me. They understand that no savior is coming, so they build themselves into the savior they need. You must be ruthless with yourself. You must demand more from yourself than anyone else ever will. That's how you grow. That's how you level up. Nobody will hold you accountable every second. You have to hold yourself accountable. When you fail, don't wait for someone to lift you up. Lift yourself up. When you feel weak, don't look for someone to give you strength. Create strength by pushing forward anyway. When you're lost, don't beg for a guide. Learn to find your own path. People who wait for others live their whole lives in waiting rooms. They wait for permission, wait for recognition, wait for validation, wait for support, wait for luck. And while they're waiting, the clock keeps ticking, the years keep passing, and the dreams keep fading. Don't let that be you. Don't waste your life thinking someone else will solve it for you. Nobody will. You're not a child anymore. You don't need rescuing. You need responsibility. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it feels unfair. But that's life. The sooner you embrace it, the stronger you become. Life is not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to test you, break you, challenge you, and force you to grow. That's the beauty of it. If you learn to rely on yourself, you become unbreakable because nobody can take that away from you. When you finally stop expecting others to save you, you unlock your true power. You realize that everything you need is already inside you. The discipline, the courage, the strength, the willpower. You stop begging for help and you start building yourself. You stop waiting for a hero and you start becoming one. That's when your life changes. That's when you stop being a victim and start being unstoppable. Success is built with daily discipline. People dream about greatness, they fantasize about becoming strong, rich, respected, and fulfilled. But what separates the dreamers from the doers is not talent, not luck, not opportunity. It's discipline practiced every single day. Discipline is the backbone of success because it doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't wait for your motivation. It doesn't bend to your excuses. Discipline demands that you show up whether you feel like it or not, whether you're tired or energized, whether the world applauds you or ignores you. Without daily discipline, dreams rot into wishes, and wishes rot into regrets. Discipline means you wake up when you said you would, not when you feel like it. It means you put in the work even when your mind screams for comfort. It means you follow through on promises to yourself, because if you can't trust your own word, how can you expect to build anything lasting? Success is not built on occasional effort. It's built on consistency, and consistency is only possible when discipline rules your life. The body you want, the business you want, the respect you want, the freedom you want, all of it comes from small daily actions repeated over and over again until they shape your identity. The world is filled with people who started strong but faded away because they relied on motivation instead of discipline. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine. Motivation can start the fire, but it will not keep you going when the fire burns out. Discipline is the structure that makes sure you keep walking even when the road is long, even when the results are invisible, even when nobody is cheering you on. Every champion, every leader, every high achiever you admire didn't get there by accident. They got there by living a life of disciplined action. They ate when they didn't feel like eating clean. They trained when they didn't feel like training. They studied when they didn't feel like studying. That daily commitment built their success. Discipline is not glamorous. Nobody claps for you when you choose to work instead of going out. Nobody applauds you for going to bed early. Nobody congratulates you for showing up day after day. But those uncelebrated, unseen acts of discipline create the foundation for everything visible later on. Discipline is invisible work that produces visible results. People will call you lucky when you succeed, but what they never saw were the hundreds of days when you showed up without recognition, when you pushed yourself without applause. That's the price of success, and the currency is discipline. Discipline is also about control, the ability to control yourself when emotions tempt you, when laziness whispers to you, when comfort tries to pull you in. It's the power to say no when the world screams yes. It's the strength to delay gratification, to put in the pain today for the reward tomorrow. Weak people give in to what feels good in the moment. Strong people practice discipline and reap the benefits later. Every time you choose discipline, you're making a deposit into your future. Every time you give in to weakness, you're stealing from your future. Think about what happens when discipline is absent. Without discipline, people eat what they want, sleep when they want, do what they want, and then wonder why they are unhealthy, broke, unfulfilled, and stuck. Without discipline, goals remain as empty words, plans remain as ink on paper, dreams remain as thoughts in your head. Without discipline, you drift, you react instead of act, and life controls you instead of you controlling life. Discipline is the difference between being a slave to your impulses and being a master of your destiny. Daily discipline doesn't mean huge leaps every day. It means small, relentless steps. It means you do the workout, even if it's not perfect. You study for an hour, even if you're tired. You stay focused on your tasks, even if distractions surround you. You do what you can where you are with what you have. And when you stack those small actions over weeks, months, and years, they build into massive results. That's the secret. Consistency multiplied over time through discipline creates transformation. People often overestimate what they can do in a week, but underestimate what they can do in a year with daily discipline. They want instant results, instant gratification, instant success. But discipline teaches patience. Discipline teaches you that greatness takes time. Every day you water the seed, even though you don't see the tree yet. Every day you add a brick, even though the building is not finished. Every day you practice, even though you don't see mastery yet. Then one day the results show, and everyone calls it overnight success, but you know it was discipline all along. Discipline also requires sacrifice. You can't have it all. If you want success, you must give up comfort. If you want growth, you must give up laziness. If you want strength, you must give up weakness. If you want freedom, you must give up distractions. Every choice is a trade, and discipline is the habit of choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. It's hard, yes, but the harder choice is always the one that leads to growth. Discipline is choosing the pain of effort over the pain of regret. You don't need to be the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented if you have discipline. Discipline beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. Discipline beats intelligence when intelligence procrastinates. Discipline beats luck because luck runs out, but discipline compounds. It's the great equalizer because anyone can practice it, but only the few who are willing to suffer for it will reach greatness. Every single day you wake up, you have two choices, discipline or regret. You either take control of the day with structured action, or you let the day slip through your fingers with wasted time. That choice repeated over and over again will determine where you end up. 10 years from now, you'll either thank yourself for the discipline you practiced or curse yourself for the discipline you ignored. Sacrifice comfort for your future. Comfort is the silent killer of ambition, the invisible trap that holds people in mediocrity while convincing them they are safe. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it robs you of growth, it steals your hunger, it weakens your edge. Every time you choose comfort over effort, you are choosing short-term pleasure over long-term fulfillment, and that choice comes with a price. The greatest achievements, the strongest bodies, the sharpest minds, the most fulfilled lives, they are all built on sacrifice. You cannot reach greatness while staying comfortable, because comfort and growth do not coexist. Sacrifice is the doorway to transformation. When you give up sleep to wake up early and work on your goals, you are trading comfort for progress. When you push your body through pain in training, you are trading comfort for strength. When you turn down distractions to focus on building your craft, you are trading comfort for mastery. Every sacrifice you make is an investment, and just like money, the more you invest, the bigger the return. The people who achieve extraordinary lives are the ones who are willing to give up the easy life today for the powerful life tomorrow. Most people don't fail because they don't have potential. They fail because they refuse to sacrifice. They want success, but they also want to sleep in. They want wealth, but they also want to waste time. They want greatness, but they also want comfort. They want the reward without the struggle. Life doesn't work like that. Every goal comes with a price tag, and if you're not willing to pay it in discipline, effort, and sacrifice, you'll never own it. You cannot eat your cake and have it too. You either pay the price of growth now, or you pay the price of regret later. Sacrifice requires vision. You have to see beyond the moment and focus on the future you want. Comfort whispers, relax, enjoy now, you deserve it. But vision shouts, push, endure now, you're building something greater. If your future matters to you, if your goals matter to you, you must be willing to endure discomfort, to walk away from temptations, to push past the easy road. Sacrifice is not punishment, it's preparation. It molds you into the person capable of holding the success you're chasing. Without sacrifice, even if you got what you wanted, you wouldn't be strong enough to keep it. Every great achievement in history is the result of sacrifice. Athletes sacrifice leisure for training. Entrepreneurs sacrifice security for risk. Leaders sacrifice comfort for responsibility. Masters of any craft sacrificed years of their lives in discipline, while others around them lived in ease. Those sacrifices built legacies. The question is, what are you willing to sacrifice for yours? Because if you're not willing to give something up, you're not serious about your dreams. Sacrifice comfort in the small things, and you'll prepare yourself for the big things. Say no to staying in bed when the alarm goes off. Say no to junk food when your body needs fuel. Say no to meaningless entertainment when your mind needs growth. These small sacrifices build a mindset of discipline, and when bigger sacrifices are required, leaving behind toxic relationships, walking away from safe but unfulfilling jobs, committing years to mastering your craft, you'll have the strength to make them, because you've trained yourself not to bow to comfort. The world worships comfort. Everything is designed to make life easier, faster, more pleasurable. Technology, entertainment, convenience. They all sell you the idea that life should be effortless. But effortless lives do not create strong people, and strong people are the only ones who change the world. If you buy into the culture of comfort, you'll become soft, distracted, and average. If you resist it, if you deliberately choose discomfort, you'll grow into someone unshakable. That's why the gym is powerful. It teaches you to suffer now for strength later. That's why studying is powerful. It teaches you to focus now for wisdom later. That's why working long hours is powerful. It teaches you to sacrifice now for freedom later. Sacrifice is proof of commitment. Anyone can say they want success, but if they're not willing to give something up, it's just talk. Words are cheap. Sacrifice is expensive. It costs time, energy, comfort, and sometimes relationships. But the cost of sacrifice is nothing compared to the cost of regret. Regret costs you your peace, your pride, your future. Sacrifice costs you your comfort, and comfort is temporary anyway. Which one would you rather lose? Sacrifice also hardens you. Every time you deny yourself comfort, you build resilience. Every time you suffer for your future, you develop mental toughness. And toughness is what will carry you through the storm. Life will test you. Success will demand more of you. Challenges will come for you. If you are soft, if you are addicted to comfort, you will break. But if you've trained yourself to sacrifice, you will endure, you will fight, you will overcome. It's easy to sacrifice when you're motivated, but the real test is sacrificing when nobody is watching, when nobody is cheering, when it feels like the effort is invisible. That's where champions are built. In the lonely hours, in the quiet sacrifices, in the disciplined moments that nobody ever sees, that's the real grind. That's the sacrifice that pays off in ways people call luck. And sacrifice is not forever. The discomfort you feel now is temporary, but the rewards can last a lifetime. A few years of sacrifice can give you decades of freedom. A few hours of sacrifice daily can build a body, a mind, a career, a life that others dream about. Sacrifice is not losing, it's trading up. You're trading something cheap for something priceless, something temporary for something permanent, something small for something massive. Most people underestimate how much sacrifice is required. They think they can hold on to their comfort and still win big. That's why most people stay average. Greatness doesn't negotiate with comfort. Greatness demands you choose, and every time you choose sacrifice, you're telling your future self, I value you more than I value this moment. That's the kind of decision that builds legacies, that builds champions, that builds unshakable lives. Life is not a rehearsal. Act now. Too many people live as if they will get another chance, as if this life is a practice run, as if they can spend years wasting time and then magically start living later. They move through their days casually, waiting for tomorrow, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the right circumstances, but tomorrow is not promised. The perfect moment does not exist, and circumstances will never line up the way you imagine. This is not a trial version. This is the only shot you will ever get, and if you waste it, it's gone forever. Every second you spend delaying, hesitating, procrastinating, is a second of your one, and only life slipping through your fingers. Think about how fragile life is. Every breath is a gift. Every morning you wake up is another chance, but there is no guarantee you will see another sunrise. Most people ignore this reality until it's too late. They think they have endless time, so they put off their goals, they delay their dreams, they stay in comfort zones, and they tell themselves they will start tomorrow. But tomorrow is a lie that keeps people stuck. The truth is, you only have today. You only have this moment. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Life keeps moving forward whether you act or not. When you treat life like a rehearsal, you become casual, and casual living creates casualty. You think you can experiment with wasting time, experiment with laziness, experiment with excuses, but life is not a stage where you practice. It is the real performance, and the curtain could close at any moment. If you knew that today was your last chance, how would you live? Would you waste it scrolling on your phone, complaining about your problems, avoiding hard work? Or would you give everything you have to become the person you know you are capable of being? That urgency is what you must carry with you every day, because the truth is, you never know when your time will run out. Acting now doesn't mean you have to accomplish everything instantly. It means you start. It means you stop talking about what you will do and begin doing it. It means you stop waiting for permission and give yourself permission. It means you stop waiting for confidence and build confidence through action. Confidence does not come from thinking, it comes from doing. Progress does not come from planning endlessly, it comes from execution. The longer you wait, the more opportunities you miss, the more potential slips away, the more regret builds in your heart. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who had perfect plans. They are the ones who acted when others hesitated. They are the ones who took risks, who moved forward even when they were afraid, who started even when they were not ready. Action beats hesitation every time. While others wait for motivation, the disciplined act. while others wait for the right mood, the committed act, while others wait for luck, the relentless act, and every act, no matter how small, compounds over time into something extraordinary. Life will never pause for you. Time does not stop so you can catch up. Every day you waste is gone forever. That is why urgency matters. That is why you must live with intensity. That is why you must treat every day as a step toward your future. Waiting is the enemy of progress. Waiting kills dreams. Waiting convinces you that you have time when you don't. If you keep waiting, life will pass you by, and one day you will look back at decades lost, realizing you rehearsed your whole life and never actually lived it. When you act now, you separate yourself from the masses. Most people spend their lives watching, talking, planning, but very few take bold action. The moment you stop waiting and start moving, you put yourself in a league of your own. You start creating momentum, and momentum is the most powerful force in success. Small steps build confidence, confidence fuels bigger steps, and soon you are running while others are still standing at the starting line. Action creates clarity, because even if you fail, you learn, and that knowledge moves you forward faster than standing still ever could. Life is full of uncertainty, but action is the antidote to fear. When you sit and think, fear grows. When you move and act, fear shrinks. People wait because they are afraid of failure, but failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. Failure teaches you, failure builds you, failure prepares you. Inaction does nothing but drain you. You will never eliminate risk, you will never eliminate fear, you will never eliminate uncertainty, but you can eliminate regret by acting despite them. Living as if life is not a rehearsal means living with intensity. It means giving your best in everything you do, not going through the motions, not half, committing, not holding back. It means being fully present, fully alive, fully focused. Too many people sleepwalk through their days, repeating routines, existing but not truly living. They think they will start living later, but later never comes. The only time to live is now, and the only way to live is with action. Every day you wake up is an opportunity to write a new page of your story. But stories are not written by thoughts, they are written by actions. Every choice you make is a line in that story. Every action you take is a paragraph. Every day of consistent effort is a chapter. What kind of story are you writing? Is it one of wasted potential and empty promises? Or is it one of courage, resilience, and achievement? That depends entirely on whether you act now or keep waiting for later. The harsh truth is that you don't get another life. This is not a dress rehearsal for a second chance. You don't get to come back and fix your mistakes. You don't get to rewind the clock. You don't get to redo your wasted years. You get one shot, that's it. And the people who truly understand this live differently. They don't waste time, they don't waste energy, they don't waste opportunities. They move with urgency, they take risks, they live with courage because they know the cost of hesitation is regret, and regret is the heaviest burden a human can carry. You must stop pretending you have endless time. You must stop living like tomorrow is guaranteed. You must stop treating life as if it's practice. It's not. This is the main event, and the clock is ticking whether you move or not. Every day you delay, you are closer to the end. Every day you act, you are closer to your dream. The choice is always yours, but you must understand this truth. Life is not a rehearsal, and the stage is already set. The only question is, will you step into the spotlight and act now, or will you sit in the shadows, waiting for a second chance that will never come?